everybody, what's going on? Welcome to today's live stream. I'm Brian K, and today we're going to talk a little more about blues rhythm, okay, and how you can pull this really cool tip in to your blues rhythm guitar playing and sound pretty cool. And the good news is it's not hard. It's an easy thing to do, and you can start using this right away. So we're going to be in the key of A today. And we're going to be looking at a 12 bar, okay, in the key of A. So it's going to be, you know, A, D, and E chords. It's a 12 bar blues, your straight up blues guitar structure. In simplest terms, because that is the simplest blues progression you could play, would be just a straight 1-4-5, and that's where we're going to keep it so that this is easy. And check it out. There's this thing known as 1-4-5, which is your 1 chord, your 4 chord, and your 5 chord. And what we're going to do is this one simple trick of altering one of these chords. And it's only one of these chords that needs to be altered from like a straight major chord, okay? And it's the 4 chord. And what we do is we are going to be augmenting something in this chord. But check it out. Here's your straight up chords, right? A, here's your D, and here's your E chord. Okay? So this 4 chord, the D chord, right? When we play that D chord, when it's time to go to that chord in our blues progression, in our 12 bar, we're going to do one measure of it as a regular D major chord, right? But then we're going to augment it. And that's going to create a nice little tension that wants you to go back home to that 1 chord where we wind up going in the progression anyway. We go back to A. So check it out. I'm going to play this for you, and then I'm going to show you what to do to be able to play this in the open position, and then if you were up here on the guitar neck doing it up here in the 5th position using movable shapes. And we're going to use a rhythm riff, so I'll teach you a rhythm riff as well. But check it out. Here's our blues, right? For that second pass of that 2-4 chord, which is D. And what you do is check it out. Here's your D chord. Regular D major, right? What you do is you just take your 2nd finger, plop it over here on the 3rd fret of the G string, and then take your 1st finger, which was behind it here on the 2nd fret of the G string, and just move it to where this finger was before, up here to the 2nd fret of the high E, and you have this D augmented. Okay? D augmented. D major to D augmented. Back home. Okay, so that's how you would play that chord here in your open position. Now, if you wanted to move it up to the movable chord shapes, right? 4 measures on the 1 chord, right? But once we get to our 4 chord change, you're going to want to play a regular D, and then do this funky chord right here. What you're doing is you're keeping your bar at the 5th fret like you did for the A and your D bar chord, right? But we're altering this chord with an augment we're just augmenting this chord, but we're playing a really neat color chord here, which happens to be a D augmented add 9 or D augmented sus2. You can look at it either way. Sus2, by the way, is a 9 chord, just so you know that. 9 chords can be sus2 chords. They could be interchanged. And we'll learn more about those things in another stream, but I just want to show you something you can use right now, okay? So that's it. It's a bar at the 5th fret. You take your pinky and you put it at the 8th fret of the D string, and then you take your ring finger and you put it here at the 7th fret of your G string, and you just bar all 6 strings at the 5th, and you have this awesome augmented 9 chord, or augmented sus2 chord. And just leave all the other chords alone. Just play them regular. Okay, so that's how you do that, just playing it with the chords. But if you want to sound a little hipper, right, do this rhythm riff, which is just going to be playing 2 strings at one time for your chord shapes. Open position rhythm riff, right? Open A string, and your first finger's at the 2nd fret of the D string, and you want to use muting with your left hand as best you can. You don't want to hear any of the other strings when you play your chords this way. It's just a riff. It's a rhythm riff, right? Okay? So, take your 2nd finger, or your ring finger, and put it up here at the 4th fret of the D string, and let the A string keep ringing, right? And you can move this for the D and the E chord change. For D, you just move up to open D string and move your first finger to the 2nd fret of the G string, and you just want to hear those 2 strings, so left hand muting is important, right? And just rinse and repeat, do the same move. First finger at the 2nd fret, 3rd finger going down, and then up again here, to go back to the other note, but at the 4th fret of the G string. Back to the A, and then for E, just do it off the low E and the A string. D, and then back to A. Okay, so here's the rhythms in action, okay? As simple as that to move it, but here's how you alter the 4 chord with this rhythm riff, okay? So right, go to your 4 chord, right, with D. Hold on. It's early, and you know what? I need more coffee. So you saw it live. But it's the same thing here. You're going to want to just do that chord we did before. Okay? And then back again 1 chord. So I'm trying to keep this lesson as concise as possible, because I want you to have something you can use right now that's not hard, okay? Now, if you're going to be doing the rhythm riff up here in the movable positions, you would do the same chord that you did before for the regular chords. So basically, in essence, is the 4 chord move stays the same whether it's a rhythm riff or you're playing the chords. Okay, so with that said, I'm going to bug out of here today because I don't have much time really to do this video, and I wanted to come out here though all the same to give you guys some good meat and potatoes information that you could use right now. So look, if you have any questions about future topics that you'd like me to cover, leave a comment. And if you're looking for private online lessons to help you get moving in the direction that you want to go specifically with your guitar playing, go ahead and send me out a message, because I do live online guitar instruction, and that's going great. My students like it. I like doing it too. And of course, if you're just looking for something like a downloadable thing, check the links in my description for some chop builder packages, some lesson courses I have down there. They will help you get your chops up, for sure. Okay, I'm Brian K. Thanks for being here today, and we'll see you again next time. And until then, stay awesome.